If you are 50 years old, you need to be very careful with these 5 exercises that I will tell you about in this video. Everyone knows that exercise is very good for our health, but few people talk about the risk that you may have in doing certain exercises. Sometimes not all exercises are good as we get older, and that's why in this video you will discover which are the 5 worst exercises for people over 50. If you're here, I'm sure you love exercising. Exercise is something that is very good for our health regardless of our age. There are thousands of people in the world who exercise, even people over 50, but you have to be very careful. What few people talk about is that some exercises that seem harmless could be destroying your joints, overloading your muscles, and putting your health at risk. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the 5 worst exercises you need to avoid at all costs if you want to stay active and pain-free. The 4th one on the list is a real villain that could ruin your spine. Watch to the end to find out the 5 best exercises to keep your body strong and healthy. Let's go! Leg press, the joint trap. The leg press seems safe. After all, you're seated, right? Wrong. This exercise can place excessive pressure on the knees and hips, especially if you're using heavy weights. When you push the weight upward, your knees enter a deep flexion angle, which can cause intense compression on the joints. If you have a history of knee or hip problems, this extra load can accelerate cartilage wear and lead to chronic pain. Another big issue with the leg press is that many people overdo the load, thinking that, because they're seated, they can lift more weight than they should. This compromises posture and strains the lower back, increasing the risk of severe injuries like herniated discs. Safe alternative. To strengthen your legs without harming your joints, opt for exercises like bodyweight squats, moderate load leg extensions, or even stair climbing. Plyometric exercises, the path to injury. Box jumps, burpees, jump lunges, all these movements seem amazing for agility and explosiveness, but after 50, they can be a nightmare for your joints. Plyometric exercises involve repetitive impacts that increase the risk of injuries, especially if your mobility and stability aren't what they used to be when you were younger. With each jump, your knees, ankles, and hips absorb significant impact, which can lead to inflammation and even stress fractures. Additionally, the deceleration during landing can cause twists and even falls, which is especially dangerous for those who already experience muscle weakness or have reduced balance. Safe alternative. If you want to maintain strength and endurance without compromising your joints, replace jumps with low-impact exercises such as inclined walking, controlled functional training, and even swimming, which drastically reduces impact on the joints. Overhead press, the hidden danger for shoulders. Lifting weights overhead is an invitation for shoulder pain and rotator cuff injuries, a common issue after 50. These exercises overload the shoulder joint, which is naturally more fragile with age. The rotator cuff is a group of muscles and tendons responsible for stabilizing the shoulder. As we age, this structure loses strength and can easily be injured during exercises like dumbbell shoulder presses or barbell overhead lifts. Even worse, if the technique isn't perfect, the risk of joint compression increases, causing inflammation, pain, and even limiting your daily movements. Safe alternative. If you want to strengthen your shoulders without risks, substitute overhead lifts with exercises like lateral raises with light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even rotational movements to strengthen the rotator cuff. Before we get into the 4th tip, which is the most important, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel and leave your like so that we can bring you more important tips like this one. I'm counting on you. Heavy deadlift, a mortal attack on your spine. Few exercises spark as much debate as this one. For many, it is the foundation of strength and physical conditioning. It engages multiple muscle groups simultaneously, strengthens the lower back, and helps build a strong and resilient body. However, after the age of 50, the deadlift can become a ticking time bomb for your spine, and the risks it poses are not always fully considered. When performed correctly, the deadlift offers numerous benefits, such as increased strength, improved posture, and enhanced stability. But there's a major issue: it demands flawless technique. A slight mistake in execution can be enough to jeopardize your spinal health, especially as your body ages and becomes more vulnerable to injuries. One of the most significant risks of the deadlift is muscle fatigue. At the beginning of your workout, you may maintain good form and execute the movement properly. However, as your muscles tire, your posture begins to shift in ways that might be barely noticeable. Your hips may rise too early, your lower back may round slightly, and your overall stability may decrease. This places tremendous pressure on the intervertebral discs, the cushions that separate the vertebrae in your spine. Over time, this pressure can cause premature wear, increasing the risk of herniated discs, nerve compression, and chronic lower back pain. In some cases, the pain may radiate down the legs, leading to numbness, tingling, or even loss of strength, symptoms commonly associated with sciatic nerve compression. As we age, our bodies naturally undergo changes that make exercises like the deadlift even riskier. The intervertebral discs lose hydration and elasticity, becoming stiffer and less resistant to impact. This means that, unlike when you were in your 20s or 30s, your spine is now less capable of absorbing the stress imposed by this movement. Additionally, the stabilizing muscles that support your spine may not be as strong as they once were. These deep core muscles are responsible for maintaining proper posture during heavy lifts. If they are not adequately engaged, the strain is transferred directly to your lower back, significantly increasing the likelihood of injury. Another crucial factor is that muscle recovery slows down with age. While a younger individual might bounce back quickly from minor strains, an older person may take weeks to recover from excessive stress. Worse still, accumulated injuries over time can become permanent, severely limiting mobility and overall quality of life. One commonly overlooked risk of the deadlift is severe muscle spasms. When a muscle is overloaded or when the spine experiences even a slight misalignment, the body reacts instantly by contracting the surrounding muscles to protect the affected area. This involuntary contraction can be extremely painful and debilitating, sometimes leaving a person immobilized for days or even weeks. Many people have experienced this. A seemingly harmless movement suddenly triggers intense pain in the lower back, making even simple activities like getting out of bed or walking nearly impossible. This type of pain often requires extended rest, physical therapy, and, in some cases, medical intervention. No matter what you choose, one thing is certain: an effective workout isn't just about pushing your limits, it's about strengthening your body safely and sustainably. The goal isn't just to build muscle but to ensure you stay active and pain-free for years to come. Remember, it's not worth risking your health for short-term gains. A small mistake can have long-term consequences, and taking care of your body should always be the priority. If you're unsure about an exercise, seek guidance from a qualified professional to ensure that every movement is performed as safely as possible. Your body is your greatest asset. Take care of it wisely. Safe alternative. To strengthen your lower back without compromising your spine, focus on exercises like Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells, using machines that reduce lower back impact, and core strengthening exercises like planks. Traditional crunches, the silent enemy of your spine. Doing hundreds of crunches is not only ineffective for losing belly fat, but it can also harm your spine. The repetitive flexion movement can wear down the intervertebral discs, increasing the risk of chronic pain and problems in the lumbar region. Constant compression during traditional crunches can cause disc protrusions and cervical pain, especially if not done with full control. Many people also end up straining their neck while trying to complete the repetitions, which can result in muscle tension and frequent headaches. Safe alternative. If you want a strong core without harming your spine, replace traditional crunches with exercises like planks, controlled leg raises, and stability exercises that strengthen muscles without compromising the lumbar region. These were today's tips. If you like them, don't forget to subscribe and like this video so I can bring you more tips that will help your health.